welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hurricanes will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the NC State Wolfpack offense is on the field and ready to start the game. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground. It was amazing. But it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
The Wolfpack, after that big play on the ground, might just run it until they stop it. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Powers through the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Let's talk for a second about NC State. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here. The quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed.
Turning it on! Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice complimentary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. I'm sure you guys saw this. One of the top running backs in the country, five-star guy, gave a verbal commitment last week. What's the expectation for him as soon as he hits campus?
I mean, you don't get 5 stars very often. And you get 5 stars for a reason, because you are a dude. He is a man-child. They want to get him in the door now. They wish they could already have him signed, but the excitement is going to really build for this young man.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Back to pass, it's Mayava. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal post, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return, as the coverage unit was there and ready. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Quick release on the RPO. Oh, what a cut! He smashes his way through again. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense has it, they're on the move. First play of the drive comes from the 22.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Trying to take it back. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. They're trailing by just 4 to USC. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week.
Guys, and how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Looking to scramble. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
He's moving out of the pocket. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Punts it out of the air. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Canes will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Throws to the wideout. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Miami!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Buys a little time. Got a man. It's Lyle. And he's dragged down.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? Now the pitch. Touchdown, Canes! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. But it's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Now Got to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On third down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Jukes his way for more. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And they'll mark it down at the 30. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Wide open downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lofton. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I mean, some people just have a knack for the football, and he's one of those guys, and he just gets the swat right there, but he's in the top 10 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Just such a great feel for the passing game and where guys are. It's fun to watch him play defense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Hurricanes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, he'll try to throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Quarterback may change this route. Under fire. Touchdown, Hurricane. Fit it in the window for the score. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there on South Beach, and we've had a lively first half. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. North Carolina State will kick it off to open the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Makes a man miss. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
The give to the tailback. Good enough for the first down. At the 45 on its way. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds and the 29, and they are rolling. The Canes have their offense in high gear. They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Canes will try to move the chains on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle. It's Moore. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this...
Touchdown, Miami! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They go to the ground. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
From the gun, Give on the inside. Still on his feet at the 40. Brings into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The give on the option. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll give it to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down at the 12-yard line. Not enough for the first down, and let's see if they try to convert on fourth. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Trying to keep this drive alive. Runs through the tackle. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll try to pop the draw. Shakes off the defender. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Canes in a good spot here with second and short. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. The give and tick, 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 tick. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Facing a 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down and one that did not pay off. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Gets rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game. When you know you have a team out in class, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being...
Welcome to Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and Johnny Red Floyd Stadium, home of the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. And Raider fans have been clamoring to get this one started all week. Today, two teams get set to square off in an intra-conference battle in the American. As we'll see, the Tulane Green Wave taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Motion from the wideout. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play.
And he intercepts it in their end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That is the easiest pick you will ever have in your life. You talk about a pick 6. Oh, he returned it, made people miss. Nope. Nice play in the end zone to catch the football, get the pick, put 6 points on the board for this defense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Davis will throw. With the catch, it's Jones. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Fires to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be calling a hot route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He'll field the punt and look for room. He's got great speed. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
3rd down play from the gun. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. What does he do? He gets in for 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Now they'll run it to the right here. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that he was going to be picked up. He didn't freak out. He was so poised, knowing that those big fellas up front, they had it all taken care of.
Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picks it off and runs it back before stepping out of bounds and setting up his offense as we begin the second quarter. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles people trying.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tulane. Great job by the back on the option. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. The home team is just getting blown off the field right now, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. App State has found something today. Now, I don't know if this is sustainable, but this is what this team is capable of, that's for sure. They're trailing by 14 to Appalachian State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Davis looking to pass. They're working that left side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Gonna look downfield again. The sure hands, it's Stokes. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were. That's why they got the first down.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Hauls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Running back searching for a hole. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee.
And And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He leaves it with his back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using his legs, it's McClure. Turning it on. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
That player is so lucky he did not put that football on the ground. What a tackle by that defender. Phenomenal individual effort getting that tackle for loss.
The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. Takes the handoff. It's McClure. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Davis will throw. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the catch. It's Yates. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. He's got it. Gets away from one, finds room. Wide open spaces. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose.
first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gordon. Show him a little juke, and he's up to the 30 before he stopped. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll run play action. He lofts one down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Green Wave. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. Coming out with it, it's Stokes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best play.
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Makes the catch. It's Yates.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back, because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Raiders. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go-round, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses, it seems, every single week, and so if they're not able to get back deep enough, they get run by, he makes the catch, and then runs it into the end zone. They're going to have to change up their coverage and get some safety help up over the top, because this guy's speed is a problem.
Middle Tennessee, 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Davis looking to pass. Finds his tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, what a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 11 to Wake Forest. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
Got it behind the line. It's McClure. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They just keep firing. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Davis will throw. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And RD, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Tag. Touchdown, Middle Tennessee. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
The linebacker showed off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see them kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the 3rd quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The run from the shotgun. Finding open areas. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Middle Tennessee on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Touchdown, MTSU. And they take it in for 6 more points. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half. How about it, man? They've come out aggressive now, forcing a turnover. All the momentum on their side, and the offense gets the ball back.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's the handoff. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. All by himself down the middle. And the defense got it. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Green Wave. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Kent State is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Josh Cribbs should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to New Mexico State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Davis looking to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Jones. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football, and I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
And with the lead late in this football game, I expect to see more of this from this offense. And what am I telling my running back, who's already put the ball on the ground once today? 2 hands on the football. We're not fighting for all this extra yardage. Like, protect the football. We cannot put that thing on the deck.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Going to swing it on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes some play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Let's see if both sides are content to just let this half run out. The offense takes a knee. Defense still has all 3 timeouts. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them, so now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know, at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.